Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kirsten, this is where I art and craft, and this is where I'm creeping on in June. And today we are doing day 3. Now I'm not doing every day. I did day 1 and I didn't film that, but I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. I didn't do anything for day 2. I've finished my folio and I'll show you that. And we're going to do day 3 today, which we'll come to. First of all, let me show you what I did for the day 1. Now, the day 1 was this coin envelope here. And I have made it up as a coin envelope. I've put this picture of a witch and her cat at the tombstone. So that'll become why it's a witch and a cat. That'll become obvious in a bit. Inside there is a pocket. And inside the pocket I have another little bag, and I have this kind of witch that looks as if more like a Cinderella, as if butter wouldn't melt, but all behind those eyes is scheming going on. In the back, this is a bit of poetry of pose for the 1st of June. At midnight in the month of June, I stand beneath the mystic moon. I stand amid the roar of surf tormented shore. Oh, you can just hear the waves crashing against the shore and the white lifting up and sparkling in the moonlight. Fabulous poetry by Poe there. And inside here we have the tokens for the tic-tac-toe game, which is backed with one of the pages, the backing pages, journal pages that we're playing. Well, they're not plain, they're patterned, but without the images of creepy things on. And there was broomsticks marking this, and I've just used some twine to make the broomsticks. Originally I was going to use sticks, but I decided it was going to be too big and bulky. So the bad witch with the cat, ta-da! And the good witch without the cat. Ta-da! So that's why we've got a cat and we've got a non-cat witch. This one doesn't even have a hat. It's because she's inside. She's so good a witch, she takes off her hat when she's inside. Right. Now I'm going to play tic-tac-toe with the lovely Jodie Lewis. So I'm going to place my first counter on. Jodie will then place a counter on for her today. This is the first, no, this is the second, this is the first, sorry, confusion. This is the first. Jodie will play her counter on the second, and it will be played in her Facebook group and in the Foxy Crafters Facebook group. So I'm going to put my counter on there. I'm not going to stick, Jodie's sticking hers down. She's got hers on a page. I think she said she was going to put hers on a page. Jodie's got hers on a page. She's not going to stick hers down. She's sticking hers down. I'm not going to stick mine down, just in case somebody else wants to play and they can't find anybody to play with. I'm happy to play with somebody once I finish playing with Jodie, because it's not going to take a whole month for us to play a game of tic-tac-toe. If nobody else wants to play, then I'll stick down the counters in the way that we ended up playing. But for now, Jodie, I challenge you to tic-tac-toe. There's my counter. And for now, I'm actually going to put this back away so that I don't lose it, because I'm not sticking it down, as I said. And I'll take it back out for when I know what Jodie's played. I'll take it back out and we'll sort out the next one. Let's put that away and tuck that in there. So that coin envelope I've just made into a little tuck spot on the back. I've not done anything more with the front, though I will eventually do something, because it just needs something else just to lift it. But this was just a starting block until I started. But you can see now there's all these other bits poking out, and if we open it up, you can see how busy this has got. Look at all these stuff. But all this is these are gusseted pockets. So I've just run, instead of just folding over, let's get a bit of, let's use a bit of scrappy stuff rather than that. Instead of folding it over like so, that's how you would normally do a gusset. You would fold it over and then fold it back like that, and you'd have a lovely nice neat gusset. Instead of doing that, I folded it further, so you can see that's the fold I would have done. I folded it further over, so we've got that. And so instead of having an equal W, you've got a W that has got a smaller valley, and then this is torn. I tear it first actually, because it's not easy to tear it after bit, and tear it, and then you end up, so when you do it, you still stick it in along that bit, but you end up with these other bits sticking out, making it look like there's other papers tucked in there, and actually all it is a gusseted pocket. I have, as you can see from all these numbers, as she fishes that one out, I have 15 pockets. I know there's a 16 there, but I forgot to do number 6. So there's actually only 15 pockets, which is 15 is quite enough. Thank you very much. I wasn't going to be doing that number, but some of them I might just end up putting images in. I've done my Nevermore cipher decoder wheel. I've just used some distress stains and oxides to colour that up and then put it on with a brad. This comes from the ledger pages that Tracy recently released, and I'll link them down below along with the links for the kits, so you can find all that information down below. You can also find all the information about the creators and a link to the calendar, and if you click on the calendar on the day, that will take you to whoever's the creator for that day. You can go back and see the creations that have happened previously in the month. Those that have yet to happen, you will just be sent to their normal YouTube page for now. So we've got all these wee bits sticking out. There's some books sticking out, there's some notes. There's, what's this? There's some notes here. I've got a tab here that I still need to hang something from this. Over on this page, we've got one of these wee, this was a brass one, this was a kind of goldy colour one, and I've just copperized that up with some foundry wax. This is the other envelope from, this was one of the envelopes, this is the other envelope from the freebie that was in the June newsletter, and I put this heart bat on it, and inside we have just a little journaling card with a werewolf, some space on the back for writing. Here we have a belly band made of some more of my bloodied bandages, and some stitching up the top. As you can see, that's just on paper, that bit. And this is a game piece from the Dragons and Vampires draft set. I just love the fact there was dragons there, so I've taken them out, and I will, if I get round to doing the draft one, I will just print them off again. This is one of the acrylic dots that goes over the top, and the way I age it is I use the second sheet of a napkin that I colour and just press lightly on the back so that the paper sticks to the back, and you get in my view, you get a much better aged look doing it that way rather than trying to age the bit of paper underneath, because the age then just kind of, I think it's because there's a dome, it gives it a different perspective. It kind of stretches the aging and stuff, but that's the way I age that. So we've got a whole host of pockets, some underneath here quite small, some at the side full length. I think that's everything, and that's one of my bat stamps. If there's anything you see that you want to know that I haven't explained, just give me a shout in the comments down below. Today is day 3, and this is an envelope for day 3. I've printed this off on coffee dye that was very light. This one's a very light coffee dye. This is today's bit of poetry. far in the forest, dim and old, for her may some tall vault unfold, some vault that oft hath flung black and winged panels fluttering back. Ooh. Now you see, the mention of vault makes me think of cemeteries. Side. Okay, so we've, oh, you silly woman, let's just take that off again, because of course what I was supposed to do was sewing it in my folio first. You weren't thinking when you were doing this that you're going to have dodgy hands at this point, Kirsten. So I'm going to sew this in here. I'll wipe that down for a second. Oh. Now, because this is just one item sewing in, it's actually going to be relatively straightforward. Move over a wee bit. I'm not looking at it being, I want it to be within the general kind of fold there. It's not necessarily going to be in the centre. Shall we use, we'll use some of the dark brown one, I think. I'm using wax thread for this. I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Do is you start from the inside. You can't start from the outside. Start from the inside, up one, all the way to the other end, down, then coming back through the inside. The big thing is don't split your string. So the way I try not to split my string is I hold my string out of the way as I take it back through this same centre hole, making sure I direct my needle, I'm holding the string down, so as I put my needle through the hole, I direct my needle up so that it doesn't go anywhere near the string. Now you want it to be on the other side of that. Doesn't matter if it comes through on the same side, because you can just put it through on the other side. That's easy done. Right. And then I just want to do right over left, then left over right. And if you do that and you're using wax thread, you can then go very close to your knot to cut it off, which is what I want, because this is inside an envelope. If you feel at all nervous about doing that, put a bit of, stick something over it. Now we can stick this shut and we can think about what else we want to do to the envelope and what we might want to put inside it. 99% sure that we have some grave type pictures, some vaults in these images. So let's have a look. That's a nice bit of contrast, isn't it? Orange and green contrast beautifully. I mean, they clash beautifully in their contrast. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. We've got that's not. Let me see. We're talking about far in the forest, dim and old. Far in the forest, dim and old. Let's see where we get to with these. Do we want to use, I do like her. Do we want to just kind of do something like, that's not really in the forest. Well, this one does look like it's in the forest, doesn't it? Ooh, it goes with those colours as well. Do I want to use her? I do like her though. She's got that little bit of orangey on this one, so it kind of goes with that orangey contrast there. She's maybe a bit too big, that's the thing. I like that, I like that. Not keen on her, not keen on her. Let's see if we can find another her mason tall vault unfold. She's the wrong, she's not right at all. I like that, I like that. I want something over here, but she's just not quite right. I could put this behind here. Suggestion of more. I could take this away. See, I don't want to take that away. I quite like that as a contrast piece. If I put that over the other side, put that there, and put, this is quite big, it would need toned down. But then the she is actually, and the winged panels fluttering back. Now the winged panels fluttering back would be maybe on the vault, but actually it's just the fact it mentions it. Oh yeah. Do we want to see? We've got some more kind of. Let's see. We tear this up here and over here. I want to keep the moon. Then just go down. I'm not bothered about losing that tree because I've still got this there. I'm not going to be using that grave. Let's just go down like this. Lift that up. This is a bit of contrast underneath there. Do I want less of this? Is that what I want? Do I just want to give myself a bit of that underneath there just to... I wish I'd got, let's see, the colour, I like her, but the colour isn't quite right. The colour really isn't quite right. I think I need to tear this one round as well if I'm going to use it, because otherwise it's strange that that one isn't torn. I do like this orange contrast, and there's orange in both of these. This kind of rusty hingy colour in both of these, so it kind of makes sense to have it there as well. Oh, maybe we do something like that and actually put some more of this over this side and over that side. Yeah. There we go. So what about this side? That's that side done. What about this side, and what are we going to put in it? Well, let's deal with putting in it first, because I have this map of a cemetery. No idea where this came from. I just found it when I was looking through my stuff, and at some point I've printed it off, so that would suggest it is possibly a digital, but it might have just been an image I scanned from a book. I honestly can't remember. I have. Right, let's just, will folding in half do it? Folding in half will do it. Let's just ink it up. So lots of space in the back to write on, but let's do something with the front. Let's see if we can find another. We had another, where's that? Right, so I have these two images. I have her beside an open tomb, an open vault. Is she looking for her someone who didn't turn up? See this, it must be Cemetery Grove, because this one's all trees. This one is just a cemetery. That's a Cemetery Grove, so she's going through the trees to get to the cemetery. And I think I'm going to just clip this, get paper clip. Just going to, oh, let's ink this up. I was looking for, there we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put an arrow there and put C134, as if that's the plot they're looking for. And let's just put this in here. Now we need something just to, do we want to decorate this side, and we need something to close this side. Oh, I might use the book. Because that suggests it's something inside here. It's something that he's been studying and working on. So let's just get some ink on this just to darken it down a bit, because it's a bit too new looking. There we go, that's better. Yeah, like that. So let's stick that down there. Right, and this bit of, this is a digital one of the part of the kit as well, and I'm just wondering if I want to have that kind of peeking out. Do you want to just put that in there as well? Kind of like the idea of it peeking out. But if I'm going to have it peeking out, I probably need to attach it. And if I attach it, then we've got the other side to worry about, haven't we? But if I folded it in half, like so, I could have it peeking out and we'd still see. Yes, let's do that. So let's ink it. We will even fold that bit back and have it as a go in both ways kind of thing, like, there we go. Yeah. And while I'm not doing a full journal, the whole point of what I'm trying to do here is to make it look as if it is a full journal full of information and bits of interest. Oh yeah, like that. Like that. So there is my make for day 3 of Creep on June. And I'm not quite sure when the next day will be. I'll certainly do another one before. I mean, the number of numbers I've got here, if well, I'm not going to fill up all the pockets. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to do it when I have time to do one. I will do one. What I must do though is I must actually get on it and actually film my own day. So that's, see, look, it's already starting to get fuller and bulkier, and I'm going to have to curve that spine a bit more, but that's okay. And we have a graveyard with information. Thank you so much for watching. You take care, and remember, all the details are down below for the kit, for the collaborators, for this other kit I've used as well. Please also check out the Facebook page. If you're doing anything, can you use the hashtag Creep on June 2025 so that we can find your makes and be inspired by them. You take care. Till next time, keep crafting. Bye for now.